Welcome to the NACC Experience.
Welcome to the Faith Unbuttoned podcast. This podcast is an extension of Never Alone Christian Center and has been specifically designed to make faith transparent and relevant to everyday life. Well, I don't want to upset him. You know, he is good. He provides and he works hard. Well, we didn't say he didn't love him. We didn't say he didn't work hard. You're saying there are areas where he's simply lazy. You got to be transparent. He's okay with the dishes in the sink, floors dirty, grass to the windowsill, laundry overflowing, toothpaste in the sink, ring around the tub, dirty car, dirty nails, etc. He's okay with it because the definition is different. Maybe his upbringing allowed laziness. This goes back to my example with the children. Kenton is being taught, Kalia has been taught, they're both being taught that laziness is unacceptable. But you know where they learn and grow the most? Not in what daddy says or what mom says, but it's in what daddy does. My children will see me vacuum. They'll see me do the dishes. They'll see me cut the grass. Whatever. They'll see me do it. They'll see me come home exhausted. I'll tell them, Dad's tired. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to clean the tub, get you bathed, get you fed, help you with your homework. Why? Because my wife is a working wife like most other women. I'm usually home first. Most men are home first. If you're a man and you're home first, why when your wife comes home, things can't be done? That's all she's asking. She's asking, since you're home first, why couldn't you clean or cook or help the kids with the homework or order out? Why couldn't you do that? Is it really that hard? Because when you need something from her, you don't have no problem tapping her on her shoulder. And most of the time, most women over you. You see? But you got to stop being lazy. Maybe he's just selfish. See, being lazy can be selfish. He know you tired. He knows you worked all day. He know you got stuff going on. But maybe you're just selfish. If you're dating and you see this, it needs to be addressed. If you're married, you're already in it. So it still needs to be addressed. Because a selfish man is not God's best. It's not God's best for you or your family. But we're not going to be complaining. We're going to be working on fixing things. It's easy to complain. It's hard to fix stuff. You got to be willing to fix it. Maybe your expectations are too high or unrealistic. All right, listen, he's not going to polish the spoons where you can see your reflection. Are your expectations, woman, wife, girlfriend, are your expectations unrealistic? Are they? This is the transparent moment. This is the honest moment. Are they unrealistic? What you're requiring for your husband, your man, your spouse to do, are they unrealistic? Talk to me. Listen, can you honestly say what you're asking him to do, classifying him as being lazy, are they unrealistic expectations? Maybe he's scared or fearful or damaged from childhood cleaning. A lot of men were slaves as children. I use that word gently. Their parents worked them to the bone. Always cleaning, always doing this, baseboards, mopping. And now he got married. He got himself a wife. He was like, I'm done cleaning. I did all that. And you know, that's why I got me a good wife. You know, she going to handle all that. She going to take care of the kids. She going to do the housework. And I'm just going to just chill, you know, I'm the king. It's my palace. It's my queen. Stop. Just stop. We keep calling them our queen. We keep calling our black queen, but we keep treating them like the handmaid. A queen is to be served. A queen is to be taken care of. Your queen shouldn't come home to dishes in the sink. Your queen shouldn't come home to grass to the windowsill. Your queen shouldn't come home to kids not clean, not bathed, not fed. If you've been home for hours, she shouldn't come home to you on the video game, watching the game, doing whatever you do on your social media, and you know the floors are dirty. You know there's housework to be done, but you laying on the couch in your work clothes, but you call her your queen. And you want her to call you your king? Well, king serve. King serve. So, we said, it's a lot tonight. But I wanted to bring this episode 1, this podcast, I wanted to bring it to you. What you're going to learn is about Pastor K. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to be transparent because I love you. And if you love him, you got to be honest with him and be transparent. All right. Areas to avoid. You got the seatbelt on? Buckle up. Areas to avoid. All right. So we asked some questions earlier. We asked how we can get the man help us with the housework. How can we get the man involved with the children? How can we get him off the couch in the video games? Those were top questions received. Now let's look at these areas to avoid. I want to keep those questions in your mind because when we go to the solutions, we're going to address those questions. The first thing you have to avoid is, keep in mind, you said you love him. Stop bailing him out. If driving him around and you pumping the gas just to have somebody in your life, then I can't help you and neither can Jesus. If you're okay as a wife, as a woman, shuffling your man around and you pumping the gas in your car, your money, if you're okay with that, don't call him lazy. You're building this. You are allowing this. But you just got to have a man. There are plenty good men out here. You say, well, where are they at? They're out here. It may be a little harder to find them sometime, but they're out here. And I believe God wants the best for his queens. I dare my wife pump gas and I'm in the car. How dare her? I would never have that happen. But I see it every day. Stop bailing him out, or he ain't gonna stop being lazy. Always calling women their black queens or their queens, but we treat them like doorkeepers. Unless he needs some money or he needs some sex, ma'am, stop. Stop. You're bailing them out. This goes back to what we said, communication. If you're not ready to have the difficult conversations, then relationships are going to be tough. This marriage is going to be tough. This podcast is going to be tough. Because in order to be transparent, you got to be open, but you got to be honest, and you got to have those conversations. Areas to avoid. We said stop bailing them out. The second thing, do not create a reward system. Sex for work. More video game time for work around the house. You can hang out with your boys if you do this. This is a partnership, not K9 school. You ain't training no puppy. Sit, here go a treat. Run, here go a treat. Lay down, here go a treat. Do the dishes, here go a treat. This is a partnership. This ain't no training school. Don't create a reward system because you're going to run out of rewards. You're going to run out of things to do. You love him, but he's lazy. Don't damage him by creating a reward system and bailing him out. You don't need a reward system. You need a conversation. You need an action plan. You need to put stuff together. We have no problem laying together, making children together, buying cars and homes and investing with one another together. But when it comes to the simple things as helping around the house, helping with the children, getting off the couch, being productive. Why can't we do that together? Stop making excuses for him. These are areas to avoid. Stop making excuses for him. Oh, he does look tired. I'll let him chill on the couch. I'll knock out these dishes. I'll do the floor. He does look tired. You know what? He do work a lot. So do you. You work a lot. Listen, I say, Lord, I don't want this podcast to be preachy. I'm trying to be cool and relaxed. I'm trying to have some swag, you know. But I'm tired of women complaining because men are better than that. I don't feel like the drama tonight, so I'm just going to go ahead and take care of what I need to do. I'm going to knock out the kids' homework, make sure I get dinner done, and I'm going to do this because I don't feel like the drama. I get it. Nobody wants drama. Nobody want to hear all the fussing and the yelling and all of that. I get it. You're tired. You're sick of it, you know, but you want a resolution. There has to be a conversation. I'm not going to leave you hanging tonight. I'm going to give you some helpful solutions. Another way that we make excuses. Well, he's good with the kids, so I'm going to let him chill. You know, he's good with the kids. You know, I'm going to let him chill. I'm going to knock out all the other stuff. You're making excuses. Listen to me. We are building a generation of kings with no idea how to run a kingdom with white usher gloves on. Let me say it again. We're building a generation of kings who have no idea how to run their kingdom with white usher gloves on. What does this mean? God has made the man to run his kingdom. The usher gloves, you know, the usher gloves, the white ones, are a sign of service. So you have men with gloves on for service, but they don't know how to serve. They don't know how to serve. Why? Because we've bailed them out as women, as wives. We've made excuses for them. We've created a reward system for them. We've ignored all the flags. As parents, we haven't disciplined our young men and raised them up not to be lazy. We allow them to do this year after year. And then we wonder why the divorce rate for the church is just as high as the world. Because there's no conversations. All right. The part you've been waiting for. Some helpful solutions. We've been saying this the whole time, the theme of this. A helpful solution. Listen carefully. A conversation must take place, period. And what they say on that Mary had a little lamb, something Kalia says all the time. I don't even know what it means. Period. A conversation has to take place. And if you say, well, he doesn't listen. We already tried that. Great. Now he's going to think I owe him something. Never mind, I'll just do it. Then you're walking in defeated. You are the queen of the castle, of the home. You have to be able to sit your king down and tell him the truth. And tell him the truth. The conversation should include 3 components. 3 things. Listen, the first thing this conversation must have is you have to let your king know how much you love him. Highlight what you value about him the most. His kindness, his patience, his care with the kids. He's a provider. Highlight what you like about him the most. Because this conversation may be difficult if he's been lazy for a long time and you're just sick of it. It may be a difficult conversation, so you got to lay on the butter thick. But you have to be honest. Because you said you loved him, or you love him. If you love him, you got to be honest with them. So the conversation must have love. The second thing the conversation must have is You have to make things clear. Make it clear that you need his help. Make it clear that you need his help. Back to the questions. You need his help with the housework. You need his help with the children. You need his help. Could he pause the game for a little while? Men want to feel needed. You have to let your king know that you need his help. Most men respond when they feel like they are needed. If you as the wife just do everything, then he doesn't feel like he needs to do anything, because men see you as doing everything, and then we think it, well, she's got it, I'm cool. But little do they know, as you're sweeping and doing the dishes and cooking and doing the homework and still having to make the bed and have sex with him and do all these type of things, on the inside you're boiling and you're tired and you're frustrated. But he doesn't know that. Why? Because you ain't told him. We don't read minds. Some men can pick up, I can pick up on things when my wife is upset. I can pick up on things like that. But we've been together for a minute. But everybody or every man doesn't pick up on those signs. The third thing, this is the conversation. Create an action plan. Make realistic goals. Am I saying put a chore list on the refrigerator for your man? If that's your action plan, do it. I don't think that's necessary. But if that's your action plan to remind him, then do it. If all you have, if you've been together for a while, or been together for some time, this next one, you're going to have to bring this to the table. If you've been married for a little while, or you've been in a relationship for a little while, and nothing seems to be happening, the fourth thing that you're going to have to bring to this conversation is you're going to have to bring some patience. You got to bring some patience. If you don't come to the table with patience, hang it up. It ain't going to work. You got to bring some patience. Now listen, expect some blowback if you've been in a relationship for a while. Expect some blowback, or why this or why that. If it's always been like this, he's always been lazy, he may say that. I've always been like this, and why are you tripping now? First, I would never talk to my queen like that, but hey, I digress. You the woman, that's your job. If he says something like that, be patient. Again, I would never talk to my queen like that. Whatever, I ain't doing none of that. This is who I am. This is who you married. You knew I was like this when we got together. You knew I was like this when we were dating. And did you? And if he's right, you're right. But that doesn't mean that you can't change. Why constantly do something wrong if you can change? Now you have to weigh the cost. Does he value you? Does he value your relationship? You have to weigh these costs. Another solution is get a housekeeper. It's 2021. You can get a housekeeper from your phone these days. But be smart. Don't go broke trying to get a housekeeper for a lazy man. Don't go hire some woman who's going to be half naked walking around your man. Interview the house cleaner together. Create an action plan. Make realistic, manageable goals. And you say, well, ain't none of that working. He don't want to hear it. He don't want to talk about it. I've been patient. I done had the conversations. We had an action plan. Then the next thing I'm going to say is seek counsel. Spiritual counsel or professional counsel. Stop running from your problems. God has created too many solutions. Don't be ashamed. Get some help. God wants better for you. My final thought. If you allow lazy behavior, it will continue. It's really that simple. Have a good one. I'll see y'all next week, 7 p.m. on Friday. On the website, or on the Anchor podcast app. Talk to you soon.